about 8 years ago, I was in America, and I was laying in a hospital bed. I couldn't move. My back had abscessed. I had 4 back disc fusion surgeries. Okay, so I'm in the hospital bed, and I can't turn myself over in bed. It took 2.5 weeks in the hospital of them working on my back, cleaning it out, before I finally was able to have a little bit of movement, turn myself over in bed. In the hospital, I caught a staph infection. Staph infection is one of these superbug things that they don't have any antibiotics for. So after the 3 weeks in the hospital for my back, I spent another 6 weeks in the hospital trying to get rid of the staph infection. I had a mixture of antibiotic cocktails I had to give myself 3 times a day. Finally, my brother came in to visit me. He's like, "Matt, man, you look homeless." And I was like, thank you so much. But it was about my 4th week in the hospital. He came to visit me. He made that comment to me, and it hit me in the head that I wasn't getting out of that hospital unless I did something. So what did I do? I didn't know what to do. I didn't have a relationship with Hashem. I didn't know what the Torah was. I didn't know anything about mitzvahs. But I cried. I cried out to my Father in heaven. It's that simple. I cried out to my Father in heaven. I said, "Hashem, if you heal me, if you get me out of this hospital bed, I promise you that I will find out what it means to be a Jew." Because I had no idea. And that was it. I didn't make any promises. I said, I will learn what it means to be a Jew. I didn't promise that I would daven 3 times a day. I just promised that I would learn. So I started on this path. I started walking to shul on Shabbos and Yom Tov. Finally, I started keeping kosher. I'm a chef. I started learning how to cook kosher. I didn't know anything about kosher food. I didn't know anything about it.
Where's this?
In Savannah, Georgia. So I got out of that hospital bed somehow. I had another 3 weeks of therapy at home, giving myself antibiotics in a PICC line. They left a PICC line inside so I could give myself the antibiotic. It took another 6 weeks out of the hospital, me at home, before I finally healed and I got better. So at the end of the day, what am I going to do? I got to find out what it means to be Jewish. So through Hashem, literally, Hashem deposited a check in my bank account. To this day, I'm not even sure 100% why I got this check in the mail. I literally got a check in the mail, okay? And it was valid. I took it to my bank, and they said, we're not even dealing with that. I took it to my business account bank, and they put it in the account, and it was a real check. Okay, where it came from, I'm still not exactly sure. But it allowed me the means to come to Israel. So in June of 2013, I was finally healed enough. I had the means and the opportunity. I came to Israel for a month. I stayed here. I loved it. Went home in July. I sold everything I owned, and I moved back here in August. Made Aliyah in November 2013. Hashem literally picked me up out of Savannah, Georgia, and dropped me in Yerushalayim. There was no way I would ever be here if any of those things didn't happen. If I weren't in the hospital, if I didn't have my back, if those things would not have happened, I would not be here. It's that simple. So for whatever reason, Hashem wants me in Yerushalayim.
You want to be back.
He wants me back, right. All I had to do was cry. But it's like Rob Bertram says, you got to be sincere. It was a sincere cry. I was scared. I couldn't move. I didn't have anything, and there's nowhere for me to turn except up. Hashem, please, I will learn what it means to be Jewish. And so here it is. It's 3 years later. I'm still here. And thanks to Tom Anafshi, man, last year I was down. I had no work. I had no money. I was in debt. And Tom Anafshi took me in and picked me up. And now we're here almost a year later, and we're serving food. And we have a full group for a shir. It's like everything is from Hashem. Every single thing. There's no good, there's no bad, there's only Hashem. If something's going on with you that you're not liking or not agreeing with, we just learned in Gemara's Bracha, the first thing you got to do is examine your behavior. My behavior was off, way off. Why I merited to come to Israel and still be here, I have no idea. But this is obviously where Hashem wants me. And the first thing I do is I look at my behavior. Am I speaking right? Am I acting right? Am I making people feel good about themselves? And the next thing is Torah learning. It's like, okay, so I'm on top of the fact that I'm worried about how I act and what I say and how I make people feel, but what else is going on here? You gotta you got to climb the ladder. You got to get up every day. We re-enlist into Hashem's army every morning, and we start climbing the hill every single day. And you know what? Tomorrow, we're going to do the same thing again. It doesn't matter how far up the hill we get today. It's all irrelevant come tomorrow. But everything's from Hashem. I'm here right now, this second, because Hashem. The thoughts that are coming into my head, the words that are coming out of my mouth, these are all from Hashem. This is not from man. I'm just a messenger. So I just want to thank Tzalman Avshi for giving me the opportunity to stand up again. And I want to thank everybody here for coming and taking a chance that the food might actually be good. And,
Very good, very good.
Thank you. Thank you. And we'll continue some words of Torah.
But also
And,
mention the
have a
recruiting
shir.
work that you're doing.
Okay, so thank you. So for right now, you know, I'm able to earn a couple of shekels each week through the yeshiva because I'm trying to help bring students here. And where's David? There's David. David's got the website going, and every single week we put up the newsletter and the different shirim that we do on the website, but we didn't have a LinkedIn page. LinkedIn is what I consider Facebook, but for professionals. It's not a little teeny bopper site. It's for professional people that, you know, want to be professional and want to learn and want to grow. So we're developing a LinkedIn page. We've got over 100 contacts already. It's only been a couple of months we've been doing this. And eventually we'll be able to get those people that are on LinkedIn that are coming from America, when they come here on vacation, they'll be able to come in and take a class and stay for a day or for a week or for an hour, for however long it is. So if you guys know anyone that has some time on their hands and has an hour a day or whatever it is, please let them have my phone number and my email address, and I will call them and talk to them. And everything that we can do to help let people know that we are here for them, you know, we've got to start doing.
Also, you're trying to record more of the shirim.
We're recording more of the shirim, and we're going to start uploading those things to LinkedIn. So every single week, the newsletter will be on LinkedIn, and some shirim will be on LinkedIn. And it's an ongoing process. It really should never end. It's something that happens every day, every week, every month.
If anybody has an MP3 that's a good recording one, we're trying to use it with a microphone we have.
I'm trying to help the yeshiva recruit new students. Is basically what my function is right this second. And like Steve just said, the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. And if you look at the turnout today, we're packed. We have no more food left. We're almost out of drinks. So it's a good sign.
When you call me over there, when you that? Right back to show. Yes, sir. Right there over there.
You're okay right now.
Now, and so they gave you the same price as last time, 3 years ago, 1900.
Sorry.